ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing out there? I think I'm audible. How we doing out there? It is a Wednesday, according to my watch. I just checked it. It says it's Wednesday, so I'm gonna assume it's Wednesday. I also have it in my calendar that I'm supposed to do a stream right about now. Well, a stream I'm supposed to start 3.5 minutes ago, which I did, but I wasn't here I wasn't here 3.5 minutes ago. Sorry, I'm really fucking tired. I was partially debating whether I was going to stream today with myself just because I'm so tired. But here's the matter. Here's the issue. If I go to sleep now, I'm going to be waking up constantly throughout the night. So that's not going to work. So I have to at least postpone it until like quite a while for now. But yeah, so we're doing the stream mostly to keep myself awake. just for a while longer. Oh boy. So yeah. Let me see if I have anything saved. No, nothing new. Oh, they did release the I saw it, although it hasn't hit my Blue Sky feed somehow. Shinobi 602 is sleeping over here. The it's oh, the TwitchCon is happening. I didn't know. No, I saw. I'm trying to see if I can find it on Blue Sky because I'm not sure if it's here yet. But I saw it originally on Reddit that the specs for the Forza Horizon 6 on PC is out. Don't make me go through a freaking article here, my guy. Just give me the image. See, please tell me the official Forza. God damn it! There's no post on the official Blue Sky account. God damn! Please, just give me the image. I saw it earlier, but it was on Reddit. I didn't want to dig it out on Reddit. There it is. They are putting forth the following key features to the PC version, which is DLSS 4 and FSR 3 and 4 and Intel XeSS 2.1 or CSS. I don't know what the hell. I don't have an Intel GPU. I don't know what this is. High uncapped frame rates. Why is high added? What was high needed? Was high necessary? Just say it's uncapped frame rates or high frame rates. Why is it high uncapped frame rates? What does that mean? The amount of frames you get uncapped ultimately comes down to your GPU. That's it. Yes, you can get high uncapped frame rates. You can. But I wouldn't put those high and uncapped together. That's my own thing. Ultra wide monitor support. Thank you. That's me right here. That's me. Ultra wide user. Ray trace reflections and global illuminations. Heck yeah. Robust controller and wheel support. Love ya. More importantly, they're saying it's going to be playable on Steam Deck and Xbox ROG Ally, which that's epic. I'm not sure Forza Horizon 5 is, so having this be playable on Steam Deck, that's insane. I think the ROG Ally is a bit more powerful, so I'm not surprised here, but I actually don't know the hardware. The performance may vary based on your hardware setup, background tasks, graphics settings, and use of ray tracing or upscaling technologies. No shit. You're telling me that with a computer, there's a lot of factors that ultimately decide your frame rate? Well, okay, so these people are not saying, with the spec sheet, they're not saying how many frames you're going to get. They're saying if you want to do this, you should probably have this. But anyone with half a brain should know that that doesn't necessarily mean you'll get high performance if you have a shit ton of things running. Obviously, if your hardware that they are recommending for these settings are being heavily utilized by something else, yes, it's not going to give you that many iframes. That's how this works. They have a minimum column, recommended column, extreme column, and extreme ray tracing column, which is kind of cool. At minimum, they're recommending that you have a Core i5 8400, which actually, can I be honest? I'm pretty surprised by that. I'm expecting Forza Horizon 6 to be a hefty game, so the fact that it can run on an i5 is pretty insane. But then that's probably like they've probably focused on stuff like that so that it could also run on Steam Deck. So if they didn't focus on the Steam Deck, then it probably would have had a higher minimum, but who knows? It also, it's either an Intel Core i5 8400 or an AMD Ryzen 5 1600. That's the minimum CPU. GPU, it's NVIDIA GeForce GTX, not RTX, GTX 1650. Okay, it's the 1650, okay. Or an AMD Radeon RX 6500 XT, or an Intel Arc A380. Okay, I don't have a good reference for AMD or Intel GPUs, but 1650 is not the most powerful. It's very much a budget card, to my understanding. System RAM, 16 gigs minimum. To be fair, that I feel like for modern day stuff, doesn't matter whether you're gaming or not. 16 is like the bare minimum you should have, regardless of everything. So that's fair. The storage type that they want as a minimum here is an SSD. Oh, I'm not completely shocked by that. I feel like we are in general moving away from the idea of you wanting to have your game on an HDD. It doesn't matter, right? You can't buy into it right now anyway, but still, yeah. They're also, regardless of whatever column you're looking at, whether it's minimum recommended, extreme, or extreme ray tracing, you gotta have Windows 10 or 11 at least 22H2. And Windows are saying that they're going to clean up Windows and remove Copilot from a bunch of places, including Notepad, which, why the fuck was it there in the first place? Who asked for that? No one uses Notepad for anything than just a quick note. We're not doing any crazy thinking in there. Too far, I guess that's why you would use Copilot there. No major thinking is going on there. That's how you slap it in. That's where you slap it in. Additional notes under minimum is that the preset is for low resolution is 1080, but the target FPS is 60. That is interesting. Oh, they actually do. I just realized. I said earlier that they don't show frame rates. They're actually showing targeted frame rates here. So, okay, that's pretty interesting. The recommended for CPUs is an Intel Core i5 2400F. I've had a fairly similar CPU, although mine was an i9, not an i5. But, okay, so it's an i5, but it's a 12th gen one. Or a Ryzen 5 5600X. I don't have a great grasps on AMD CPUs yet. I've been with Intel for most of my life. When it comes to my computers, it's a new thing that I'm with AMD. For recommended GPU, they have NVIDIA GeForce RTX 360. They are recommended in RTX. Okay. 360 Ti, which was among the last. I'm not sure if it's, I think I told Brock that the 20 series was the last, but it might have been the 30 series. I'm not sure. It's a question of like, which GPU did they start and not start to not focus as much on the like on the actual base performance of the GPU without DLSS, and when did they just scoot that aside and just say, well, you can run DLSS here. I'm not sure. It might be the 3000 series. It's absolutely no later than the 3000 series would be the very last, if it is that even. It might be the 20 series, but I think it's the 30 series actually. They're also recommending an AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT and an Intel Arc A580. But this is where the Intel stops. They're just like, we are recommending an Intel arc. But if you want to go into our extremes and not even with ray tracing, get that Intel GPU out there. System RAM 16 gigs they still recommend an SSD. Same thing with Windows 11. This setting is for high 1440p 6p. Actually, that's good for me. I run 1440p, although it's an ultra wide. But the fact that it can run without ray tracing on a 3060 Ti, that's pretty legit. I'm for that. Holy shit. The Extreme tab, they recommend Intel Core i7 2700K. Still a little bit behind from where I am. Or an AMD Ryzen 7 7700X, which is like 2 generations behind what I am now. Not sure. I don't know about Intel, but I think I have a 9 series CPU from AMD, or like a 9000 series CPU. I'm not sure. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 Ti, so that's a generation behind mine. And this is what they're recommended, by the way, for non-ray tracing, which is really cool. Or an AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT. No Intel. They're also going up with the system memory or system RAM. They want you to have 24 gigs for the Extreme one, which is an odd one, but I guess in this point in time, with RAM prices being what it is, it's incredibly rare. I feel like you find computers with anything that's not like 8 times over. Like I guess, yeah, but like what I mean like is you either have 8, 16, 32, 64, or 128, or something about 256, I think is the next. Like, that's how it goes. You double it up from that point on. It's rare that you see someone have a computer where they took the 16 gigs and instead of adding another 16 gigs, they added an 8 gigabyte stick in there. That's an odd one. I've had a computer like that ages ago. I didn't build that computer. I took over ownership of that computer, but yeah. They do recommend you have an NVMe SSD under the Extreme tab, which is pretty crazy. And that is for extreme settings at 4K with the targeted FPS of 60 plus FPS. And finally, the Extreme Ray Tracing tab, or column. They recommend a Intel Core i7 12700K. Okay, so same CPU. CPU doesn't change between extreme and extreme ray tracing. I guess that shouldn't be a big surprise. It ultimately, ray tracing is more of a GPU powered thing, so I guess it shouldn't be too surprised, yeah. They go up a generation for ray tracing. They recommend a 570 Ti instead of a 470 Ti. I have a 580, so I'm good in that regard. And I'm not even doing 4K. I should note there's an additional thing that comes down that kind of explains a little bit here. System RAM is 32 gigabytes. I have 32, so we're golden there. Still NVMe SSD. Why am I getting spammed over here? There you go. Took care of that. And Windows 10 or 11, at least 22 H2. This is for the Extreme Racing Tracing tab, is for the people who wants to run an Extreme Ray Tracing graphical preset, which, surprise, it has ray tracing enabled. That's partially in the name there, although they say RT, but anyone who knows what that means knows it's ray you gotta know what that means, ray tracing. But the resolution isn't actually 4K, it's 4K upscaled, which means they're expecting that if you're doing this one, you're upscaling, which is probably why they're only just a generation up, because that means you can use the newest DLSS. But the targeted FPS is still 60. I would prefer that instead of saying 4K upscale, they say exactly which one was used. Because they're saying simply they're targeting 60 plus FPS. But I bet you almost anything, you can nail that fairly easily with like with DLSS set to ultra performance. But that looks like shit. Like, yeah, you can do that. Question is, can you do that while it's set to balanced or even quality? Like, I'm very curious about that. But we will find out in due time. I also wanted to note this as like a final thing. Also, shout out to Kevin Pettit. He's like 2 of my going live tweets now in a row. So beautiful, man. I wanted to note something very interesting. So it's obviously been talked about quite a bit that PlayStation no longer is going to release games on PC, but I think the story was told wrong. Let me see if I can find a thing that actually talks about it. So everyone is talking about it as if they're not going to do it on PC anymore. But what if they got it wrong and misunderstood it? Because the latest things that I've been hearing when in reference to this is that they're not going to they're going to do it just outside of Steam. It sounds like their biggest issue is that Steam Deck is a very big competitor to the handheld market as it stands, and PlayStation currently doesn't have anything that can really compete with that. They have the PlayStation Portal, but that's a streaming device. You don't play on the PlayStation Portal. You stream to the PlayStation Portal. And with the fact that Steam works in the way that it does, with taking the cut that it does, it sounds like they didn't like the fact that they were essentially funding Valve to continue making more stuff that competes with them. So what I've been hearing isn't like what we heard initially was that they were like saying no more games on PC, we're stopping that. But the latest things are sounding like they are going to continue releasing games on PC. Maybe not right now, but it's because they just don't want to fund Steam, and instead they're going to do their own launcher on Windows, so that they can essentially control whether you can play these games on a Steam Deck or not. I think that's their biggest thought right now, is that they just don't want to make it so that people are going to play their games on Valve hardware. They want you to play it by their rules and not play it on a competitor. That's all. And I think that is kind of interesting. If that's true, holy shit. Because it means that then we probably are going to continue getting games. For example, like Ghost of Yotei, things like that. But it also, it begs a bigger question. If it is true, who translated that Steam meant PC? Was it that someone somewhere talked to someone at PlayStation that misunderstood what the actual goal was? Or was it that they did tell a journalist the correct thing, but they misunderstood what they meant? And they just, because as far as I know, there hasn't been an official like post or anything like that from PlayStation. There's been people at PlayStation who've been saying this. So like, could it just be that things have been misunderstood here? I think that thought is very interesting. It's kind of what I'm getting at here. I think that is a very, very interesting thought. And I am very, very curious to see whether that's going to continue being the case, that they're like saying, hey, no more new games on Steam. But if you want to, you can have your games. I'm trying to figure this out here. But you can have your games on PC still, just not on Steam. Probably not an Epic. Maybe it's going to be an Epic. I don't know. Epic wouldn't really fund Steam, but I guess it'd still fund someone else. They want that money from themselves. They want to maximize profit. Huh. Yeah, but it sounds like they're doing their own launcher. Let me see if I can find anything credible on that right now. PC platform. Stop asking me. Okay, there's a rumor on PC Master Race. Sony latest rumor. It's it's a rumor right now. That's all it is. Breaking. They might. Yeah. So I think the idea is that they control how it works. They decide what it can run on and what it can't run on. Well, to a certain degree. Obviously, people are going to find a way around these things regardless. I don't think that's going to change. Let me see something here. Just trying to do something a little bit here. But yeah, I'm very curious about this. So this is from 5 days ago, but there's nothing entirely yet that 100 confirms this. All we know is that they are no longer going to releasing games. Well, no. All we know is that it's been reported from people at PlayStation that they're no longer going to be releasing games on PC. But it could very well be that that was a message that was misunderstood and someone converted Steam and other such things to... Well, I guess it could be hard to not do it like that. Let's say if someone said, we're no longer going to be releasing our games on Steam and Epic Games and other such platforms like GOG as well. I know they have a couple games there, not a lot, but a couple. Like, yeah, I would probably also take that as we're not going to do it on Steam anymore or on PC anymore. But it could very well be that that's all it was. That it's interesting. PC launcher. Gaming on PC. PlayStation PC. What you need. What you need. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I think one of the big things that could change it all is that several other people have tried to go in on the PC market, like Steam, or like specifically like Epic Games have gone try to create their own launcher, and obviously it's works for anyone who like wants to play Fortnite, things like that, Rocket League as well now. But like, yeah, it works there, but I don't think no one else is really that interested in it. Not from what I can understand. Doesn't seem like people that interested. People prefer Steam. And I think, personally speaking, I would be fine with it. I wouldn't love it. I still prefer all my games on Steam. But that said, like, yeah, there probably is going to be some games that aren't going to be available on Steam. And then you have to find it elsewhere. And that sucks, but it is what it is. The end. Anyway, let's do this. Boom. Let me go down here. I'm down here because I'm epic. Let me just collect myself here. So, voila. I gotta mute that. Here we go. So right off the top, I want to show off a couple things because I actually played the game a little bit while I wasn't streaming. Surprise, surprise. Especially a game like this that I really like. First of all, I gave my guy short hair again, and I changed his body a little bit because I thought it was weirdly bulky. I also gave him new armor. I was looking across, so there are 4 like Grey Warden helmets. So there's this one, and these are also, they're just like, they're not, these aren't like the actual helmets. These are just cosmetic versions of the helmet. And then, but beyond that, there's also this helmet and this helmet. I think the thing on the Griffon on top is like way over the top. This thing we are going to switch to eventually, even though I think it's a little over the top as well. But I feel like we're a little bit away from this one. So this is the helmet I'll be wearing. So also I have this armor here, but as you can see, it's an Arlington armor, which essentially means, in short, yeah, I modded it. I modded the shit out of that armor. It's just I changed the color. So this is what you'd probably normally wear, but here's a couple things. Number one, no cloak. Not a single one. And also, look at the gloves when I go over here. That is way cooler. He has little pieces of metal there on his fingertips and on his hand. That's so cool. I love that like that. And I have a cloak now, which is also cool. I love that. So I've done it like that instead. I will say as well, so it's not the only thing that I added in. Let me show you a couple of the other things. We're not going to use them right now, if ever, but I have them. So I also have this one. This is another Grey Warden one. If I want to go for more of a rogue-like one, I guess this is kind of where I want to go. But honestly, I was starting to want to go closer to this. I really like this. I also do have another helmet we could wear, but I feel like it's closer over to the rogue area as well, which is what I don't want to use right now. Let me see if I can find it. It's a little tricky. I don't remember. Here it is. This is the other one I have. It's like a hood with like the mask, which I think is really cool. But again, I feel like it's better for like a rogue-like thing, if anything. And because I kind of had this whole outfit now nailed, I've essentially gone in and like matched the sword pretty much. So there's a couple things. I could have gone with this one, but I feel like it's a little over the top, and I think the blue stands out a little bit. So ultimately, I've just gone for this one, which I feel like it works. It's the default sword. Like, it's the sword you start with, but still, yeah. And then I gone with this shield here, because I think it's actually pretty epic looking shield. And it's a Grey Warden shield, not a modded one or anything like that. So I like that. But look at the back of this armor. Oh, no, hold on. The back of the armor is broken right now. Here it is. It was the hood you saw. It essentially disables the cloak on the back of the armor because it has its own cloak. So you have to re-enable it. So yeah, no, this outfit now has a cloak, and I think that's really cool. And I love that it's like broken, the cloak. I think that's really cool as well. Yeah, that's really what I wanted to show. It's really cool. I mean, I do also see. Can I show my guy? Here, look at my guy. I changed them a little bit. We'll see it more in cutscenes, but I changed them a little bit. I changed a little bit of the way the face looks, and I actually found out, this is actually pretty cool, the sliders actually work between the different races, in the sense that, like, if you find something that works for one race and you like the look of the face there, or even the body, you can actually, for the most part, take that and bring it over to another race. I think the only one where it slightly broke was the dwarves, because they have a bit of a wider face, so it didn't really work as well. But like, I could take the settings that I put in for this character where I created it, and like, I just take the numbers and duplicate them on another race, and the face would reappear, but on like a different race. Like, so I did like an elf version of this character, and I did like, you can get another one who's like big and blue, or in my case, he was big and white and ashy. But I thought that was really cool that like the sliders aren't like specific for that race. It is absolutely something that's like just connected to like it's a general slider that works across the races. So you can just recreate the faces across the different races, which is really, really cool. So yeah. Before we begin the story, I wanted to do something very specific. So I went around and did some exploring. As you can tell, I have 2 pieces of unique gear. I did not do this on purpose, for the record. I was just exploring different cities in depth, and I came across these 2 ones. So now when I use a potion, bees appear, which is really fun. I haven't seen it yet because I haven't done a lot of fighting, but it was really, really fun. And I have this one, which permanently reduces the target's defense by 5 every time I hit someone, which is really fun. Wanted to double check that there was anything better damage wise. The thing was, the unique thing is I can't upgrade it, so there's very well a chance there's going to be something better points wise that's going to come along. Like I have a helmet that I'll try to get again. I looked up how to get it this time because last time I just got it by chance. But like I remember that helmet. Like as I continued playing, there were better stuff. In this case, like I know there's better stuff. This thing can give me even better healing, but it doesn't have the bees. So yeah, no, bring that one for now. Maybe I'll change it later on if I didn't think the bees are that interesting. I just thought it'd be fun to have it for now. But I want to head specifically to Tevinter. I think it is. No, Docktown, Morathis. We want to head to. We want to head to Manrathis. But first, we got to talk to Davrin because he has a companion mission for us. So that is very important. We got to do that. Very, very important stuff. Very important stuff. Let me double check. I don't think I can upgrade the workshop. No, I need 100 more points. But the reason... Hey, Asan. How you doing, bud? Hey, we hugged the big guy. We're not really there yet with him, but he's cool with us still. He's cool. We become more friends with him later, but right now that is what it is. So I'm very curious to see. I haven't seen the new face in cutscenes yet.
Rook, I was thinking of taking Hassan for a walk. He could use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along.
Sounds good. Damn it, I didn't get to see my face. How to turn grip. This is the mission, by the way, that opens up the area where I can get the unique helmet I really want. It's really useful helmet. But before we do that, we are going to do that before we continue the story. But I wanted to head to Docktown. So as we know from, or maybe you don't know, but last time there was a big dragon, 2 big dragon attacks. One of them in Manrathis, the other one in Treviso, and we were forced into deciding which one of the 2 places we wanted to save. Where with the other one being destroyed, essentially. And whatever local group of bad boys, I don't want to say it like that, group of bad guys, that's a better way of doing it, they would essentially take over. So in this case, I let Manrathis get destroyed, and I focused on Treviso. And with that, we let essentially the... I don't remember what they're called. We let the local bad guys take over the town, essentially, because the shadow dragons are so heavily weakened that they essentially has no standing, and their leader has been essentially he got that mold inside of him, and not the good kind. So I made a little mistake, and essentially I've already started the mission that shows up here. So you can see the place is trashed, and normally there would be a guy that spawns here. I don't think he's going to spawn now. No, it doesn't seem like it. And there's nothing here at all that we can look at, because I've already looked at it. I was forced to. So we've been given a mission to essentially look into where the shadow dragons are, and I was told in one of the messages that I got that they're down by the dock. So let's go down to the dock and see what has happened to them. I think we'll see it a little bit as we go along as well, but that depends on what route the game is going to take us through town. But let me tell you, it is not safe for work. let me be straight up honest with you. They haven't been opened up or anything like that. Like, it's not like we're going to see the guts of the shadow dragons that the Lobel crew has
Have you tried Zestfish on the other side of
done. Like, we don't see that, but it's pretty bad still. Let's just say they've been left out to dry, or left up to dry.
Venatori were growing demons and people. That's what was happening in the ossuary?
You're still on that? God damn. On top of that, there is I'm trying to, what was I wanted to say something. I don't remember. I completely forgot. They threw me off my track.
I mean, I'm glad he didn't, but why didn't he?
We made a deal.
Okay. All right. Yep, there you go. Can I even show this? It's pretty fucking brutal, in my opinion. They're hanging. They've been hung. There you go.
That body is that Hector.
Let's see here. Orders. Lennon's wants the shadow dragons rounded up. We're hitting their safe house one by one. Anyone who's ever helped them, they talk or they end up on the pyre. The arisen gods bless your efforts, Venatori. Yeah, that's the local gang.
Damn it. We were too late.
This
Was a public killing.
Yeah.
An execution. The Venatori want people to be scared.
Yeah. It's really fun. Look at that. They're throwing piles of body into this. It's insane what they've done. It is absolutely insane. Oh, hello.
Lorelei. She ran the pawn shop, sold things.
Yes, the Venatori found her. They took her to the docks. You have to hurry. You know what they do to shadow dragons?
Yeah, I can see. It's not a great situation, is it? Yikes. It's fucked. It is absolutely cursed. It is the furthest thing, except like straight up just opening their body and leaving them open. Maybe even that is not, I don't know. This is up there. I did like, I think I was kind of shocked initially when I saw what had happened to the Shadow Dragon, because it is kind of insane that they're just showing these people having been hung. That is insane. Also, I've changed my mind on opening crates and such. We will be doing it because apparently there's a shit ton of loot in there. I also, since last time, I increased both the amount of resources we get for like smashing crates like this. There you go. It's still not a ton, but it's a lot more than it was originally. And gold as well has also been boosted. Gold has been boosted significantly more than resources, but that was due to the options that was available from the mod. I wanted to boost the gold slightly, but the mod that I have for boosting the amount of gold you get in this game from various stuff, it is like all or nothing. It's either a teeny tiny boost to the amount of gold you make, or it's a humongous boost. So yeah, it's not amazing. Yeah, and there are more people hanging here, and here are a couple of people on crates. It is cursed, to say the least. It is fucked, and I'm a little bit shocked that they're actually showing it, that they've put it into the game. It's insane. Oh.
Are you all right?
Warden Rook.
Oh, you know me.
Master,
What happened?
I'm here to help the Shadow Dragons, fighting Darkspawn in the catacombs.
Oh.
There weren't many when we started, but then the others said to run. Get help. We can't leave the Darkspawn. If they escape into the city,
We got it.
Sit tight.
What is she, my guy? I want to see my guy. Let me see my guy. Okay, so we have another mission we have to do as well while we're here. We got to do all the side content before we continue with the story,
So I heard we're on a
because
rotation.
otherwise they're gonna stack up. Ah! Don't do that. Don't do that. It's very naughty.
What were we talking about?
That's a good question.
I heard we're on a rotation for cooking.
Uh-huh.
Supposed to be and used to be, but well,
What is
Hey, boys.
You need to be taught a lesson to get in the way of your better.
Don't you dare. Ha ha. What? I did the cool kill. Why does he get the that's not nice. I was the one who did all the heavy lifting. How dare you?
Search the area for anyone who...
Lorelei.
This was hers. What did they do to her?
They killed so many people. Why? For what?
I don't think they even care if the people they're executing are really Shadow Dragons. It's anyone who's ever been connected to them or helped them.
Yep. Because the Venturi now hunt them, many Shadow Dragons and allies are in the hiding. Okay, what can we give you? Give me this, and then how many points? I have no points. Okay. Well, I'm level 20 now, so I'm kind of chill for that. Let's also try to get this one up here. Can you not guide me to it? I guess not. Let's try to see if I can figure out how to get over there. Hey, the fuck are you doing here? Now, who are you? What brought you here? Any more? I don't think so. Nope, we're good. Man, I also really want to continue with the over to that companion mission. Man, I gotta do my chores here, you know. I gotta do my side stuff. Where the hell am I going? The wrong way is where I'm going. We gotta go upwards. I think this is the way. Is it? Nope, still going the wrong way. Where the hell am I supposed to go then? So it's this way. Yes, and a little to the left. Can I go through here? I can go through here. Let me smash some crates. Look at that, I get some shit. Here we go. Should be a quest over here somewhere. I just want to get it in the system so we can just kind of do it. It's all. Mysterious note. The Venturi built ritual sites dedicated to the risen god. There, upon use of sacrifice and blood magic, terrorize the people. If anyone's out there, help desperately needed, a friend of Minrathous. Okay, well that's not great. But let's see what else we got. So we gotta fight in the Darkspawn first.
And a Tory causing trouble, and the people of Minrathous are desperate for any help.
Rituals for the Risen. I want to show something real quick if I can. It kind of depends on where the hell we're going. I'm not sure yet. No, we're not. I wanted to show a neat feature. It's essentially about the fact that like every companion has their own abilities that are used for exploration. And the thing is, you can actually utilize those skills even though they're not there, which is a really cool feature. Oh, you're just dying there. I'm petting your cat. I gotta go. I don't want to catch whatever you got there, pal. Hey, also, I think this is what I was going to say before. After the city got destroyed, they essentially removed all the checkpoints that I had. Oh, that spooked me. That shouldn't have spooked me. Why did that spook me? Thank you. Thank you. Stop fucking. Do I need to destroy something? I do, don't I? Appreciate it. Hey.
Good one.
Okay. We did it.
Must be the darkspawn that attacked Warden Vesta. He still sends more.
Good work, everyone.
Thank you. I know. I did great. I'm fantastic. I'm just that kind of guy. Oh, what the flop is this? Okay, let's continue through here. This is where we're supposed to go with the story. We can come back through here later anyway, so it's fine.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go. I wonder if... Can I bring you with me right now? So that removes the bridge over there, but I think maybe there was a thing that I could set the crystal down into over here? No. Okay, I was wrong. My bad. Let's just take the crystal back then. You're still with me, Crystal? Okay, that's good. Oh, wrong way. We went completely the wrong way here. My bad, Crystal. Still following along, I hope. Here we go. My bad. I thought it was something I set the crystals to over there and then get through. Thing for later. We're good. Look at that. I also have so much health now. Don't you dare explode me. Oh, shit. Nah, that's not my style, man. Thank you. Thank you. Giving some... There we go.
Alright, let's keep clearing blight from the catacombs.
There we go. There's a statue here, if I remember right. Yeah, it's a health statue. Oh boy. That was a big lag. Let's get the health. What in this? Heal. Thing over here. Oh, here it is. And then there's one up there. Oh, it's still there. It's stopped by the blight. That's not good. How do I get rid of that blight? Also, there's a thing there. Maybe I can crawl up here? Nope, there. How do I get rid of that blight? I think I have to activate the blight somewhere, if I remember right, but maybe we can't do that right now. I remember it's a thing that you have to, like, reactivate the blight somewhere, but I don't remember where you do it or how you do it. Oh, did I hear something? I feel like I heard something there. Where did I hear it? I'll be in Minrathous. I'm not sure for how long. Every letter ends with, I don't know what's next. This feels especially true lately. You have to learn more in the next one. I'll know the future by then.
Oh, that's unnerving.
Okay, I'm hearing the blight move, and there's clearly, I have to move it there, but the question is, how the fuck do I do that? It goes up there somewhere. Damp letter. Marissa, the old routine's routes mostly passable. We just need to shore up some of the paths, and the tides have opened new passages. Remember the quarry rescue last summer? We lost that elven woman and her child, but I swear they're down here. I've seen signs, and we've kept people hidden here for weeks. They'll need a guide to get out. If you find this, know I went forward. I have to do this. Okay. I'm sure that's fine, whatever that is. Oh, we have to activate the blight here. Which sends more people. There you go, more health. Okay. Reactivate the blight, would ya? Okay, so I can't do that one yet. That means there's another one here. Huh. Ah! So we've got the health thing now, so we don't actually need to come back through here now. If we don't want to, that is. Well, we will eventually come through here, but there won't be anything we particularly need to do. Look at this. I can use the knife, and then that does that. Am I going to have to worry about the beam? Nope, we're fine. Okay, well, that works. Can I just... No, we need to...
Magic, forgotten relics. There's a lot left in the catacombs, and the blight's twisting through all of them.
Huh, okay. So we need something to block this stone, essentially. Oh, right, I see. I get it. So we need to use this zone to block that one, so that when I send this one back down, it's not going to get... the beam's going to be let through. Interesting. Okay. Got it. Oh, hello. Well, okay, so not really surprised there. Torn scroll. And when you are lost, fret not, your steps will always lead you somewhere. And with this Silas's blessing, and no matter how many steps it takes, that will be the way home. What is in this direction? Nothing. Okay. Moving on. Why does that go in that direction? Oh, because we're going out that way. So what's up this way then? Don't show me a passage and then act like I'm not supposed to be curious. There we go. Now we're back here. Get it? It's a loop. There's a loop to this. We're not going that way right now. We're going the other way. We're going over. Yeah.
An elevator. I can sense more blight where it leads.
Yeah.
You get the feeling we're being watched when we're in the catacombs.
There's something down here. But then, it's been Rathos. Who knows what's down there?
Go. I don't think that's not the way. Yeah, this is a shortcut for later.
Tell Warden Vesta.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back in Dogtown proper.
Nice. This is a chest here I was about to miss. I legit did not notice it. Hey, the staff she already has is getting better. That's good. So what's this way? Look at all that heartwood I'm getting there. It's so much nicer. Like, so for the resources, I literally just bumped up it to the next level in terms of how many resources I was getting. That was it. That's all I did. I just bumped it one bit up. Here we go.
Vesta, we got the Darkspawn that attacked you. They won't get into the city.
Thank you. The Wardens will be glad to hear it.
As will the Shadow Dragons. Quillen, by the way. I'll ensure Vesta gets the healing she needs.
That's good. Thank you.
Feel better.
Here we go. Okay, what do I have? Here it's the healing. And then I have an upgraded ring. Yeah. I realized later that like I have one for bleeding, one for flaming. That's the rings I have. And I got a new rune. Is it a good rune? You gain invulnerable. I'm gonna say yes. That's a good one. All your defenses resistance become offensive damage. Oh. Actually, maybe we are penalized versus barrier plus 10 plus 5 all resistance. Shit, these are 3 good runes already. I don't even want to swing. God damn it, there's another one. Damn it. I thought we were just moving on from here, and then it turns out there's another mission. Are we going the right way for it? No. That's fine. We can just turn here. And then we should be back on track. I'm trying not to focus too much on it. It is still pretty horrific.
That woman. What's going on?
My husband, Atticus, he was going to the Snake Nest, said he needed to help a friend, and he never came home. But when I ask inside, they say he never arrived. They're lying. I know it, but...
What's your name?
Sabina.
If we learn anything, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Let's do the other one first. There was another one. Wasn't there? What? Yeah, no, it just hasn't given us the one we just got yet. That's it.
Of the place. A dive, but not the worst of them.
No.
it's worth checking
So
out.
I already showed the dagger. That was a neat trick, so you can use it, for example, there. Although I have Locanas with me, that's his thing right there. But essentially, if I have them available as a companion I can bring with me, I can essentially use that as like an easy way to utilize the abilities without them having to be there, which is a useful trick.
Destroy them all!
Uh-huh. Shut up. Hey! No, you know I can't do that. Oh, level 21.
They didn't deserve this. No one does.
Yeah, they're hanging them in here as well. Christ. Where else is there one? Oh, there it is. Voila. Let's not focus too much on it. Let's move on. How the fuck do I get through this one?
Break those crystals. We need to get through that barrier.
They're loving their big ass crystals. That's all I'll say. There we go. Oh, voila. Is that it? Nope. There's another crystal somewhere. I see a bunch of fucking crystals. Christ. I don't see another one in this direction. Is there? Ah! Damn it! Spirits! Fuck right off. I don't have time for you. I don't have the time, okay? I don't have the time. So what the hell do you connect to? You must connect to something down there, right? Oh, I got something because of a crate that he destroyed down there. How the fuck? Do I go through here? No, there's no shot. How the... Is that crystal part of this? Well, that one is.
Venatoria dealt with. I hope whoever posted...
Oh boy. Venatory ritual. With the blood and fire, we concentrate? I think it's concentrate. This city in the... concentrate? Sure. The city in the name of Elkanon, first of the firstborn. He who was called Lusakin, sure, who in the past spoke secrets to the ancient watchmen, and who has come again in power to deliver glory on the scaled wings of night. Arcane symbol are drawn over the parchment in what appears to be blood.
Feels safer tonight.
Oh no, he had a cool helmet.
There may be other requests.
Okay, so that's that one there. Yeah. Is there any other? No. Okay, so we just have the last Docktown one here. Then we can do the companion quest. I mean, there are other ones we need to do as well. But look, I also at the same time, I want to balance this a little bit. I enjoy all these missions and I want to show them all off. But on the other hand, like, I don't want to completely slow down the story. I can go through here now. Simple mechanism. Okay, well, I'll get back to that one later. One thing I definitely don't think we need to do is just general exploration. I can do those in my own time, really. So at the very least, I can leave those off. If there's a stream where I have nothing else to do, I think it's fine. We can do some free roaming as well, but...
This is it. The snake nest. Let's look around, see what we find.
What do you got, lady?
We're looking for someone named Atticus.
Haven't seen anyone.
He was meeting someone here. He disappeared.
Yeah? People do that all over.
Well, I'm still looking into it.
Wasting your time's your business.
You're asking or answering very fast, I might add. Record book of Linus Prosper. Some names are circled while others are struck through. The final name on the list is circled. Gregor, tips extra here for the 5th day. Octavian, unpaid tap but good manners. Here when the ship's in. Martin complains about partner, nasty tongue. Atticus, yeah. Never regular, reliable otherwise.
This Linus, he must own the snake nest.
This story here is absolutely fucked as well.
I don't think we'll get any answers from him.
No, I don't think so either. Is there another one? I don't... I'm trying to see if there's... Oh, here we go.
Someone burned documents, but they are too charred to read.
Big time.
We should look outside. Search the area.
Okay. Let's see what else we got. I actually don't know exactly where to look. Do you have anything left? Sorry, I didn't mean to walk on your table there. That's my bad. It's a bad habit. I have a hard time slowing down. Yeah, they said nothing else was in here, so we're looking for...
What happened here?
A lock is in place. Access is denied. Okay, so let's go up here then. It seems about right.
Blood. There's a trail.
What is this? Faded child's drawing. Scribbly drawing of a man, a boy, and a rabbit outside a building that looks like the Snake Nest bar. Rainbows overhead. Do you start to get a picture painted of why this story is fucked?
A bloodstained shirt.
No tears in the fabric. The blood didn't belong to the shirt's owner.
Oh.
Take a look.
Linus's journal. Nothing helps. No one helps. Reggie, my beautiful boy, he laughed at one of my stupid jokes and it hurt him. He can barely breathe and he's not getting any better. I wouldn't do anything for him. I would do anything for him. I just need help. I'll do anything. I said I'd do anything, but I'm running out. Atticus was by last week. If he knew I needed help, he would show up. But I can't ask him. Can't ask that of him. I can't, but Reggie, I asked for all of this.
The sick kid. His father thought Atticus could...
Last task list. Write up new healer request. Get prominent spot on board in Central Market. Payment to Krill. Inform staff of time away. Fix cloth rabbit for Reggie.
Good. Something feels off.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That Snake Nest bartender must know something. We need to talk to her. Again.
Big time. Agreed. Agreed. There we go. It's a nice and easy way down. So what do you know, lady? What can you tell me?
A man named Atticus came to the Snake Nest. We know he was headed here, that your boss Linus knows him. We've been to Linus's home.
All right, it's the boss. He's been acting weird since the kid got sick. Urgent meetings, always checking the storage. But you're friends with Nev Gallus, aren't you? Maybe you can do something. I can let you into the storage.
Thank you.
It's across the road.
Hey, the door's finally open. Yeah, some of this you'll need to like find the right story to get through. Sorry, I need the items. I need the items. Sorry. Sorry. And sorry. Hello. Linus's storage notes. Storage must be kept neat as possible. Payments always made below. Keep floor here spotless. Interesting. And now, let's head downstairs. See what's going on. There's clearly some blood right there, so that's not good. Something's gone horribly wrong. More blood.
Under the bar storage. Be ready. He might be farther in.
Crumbled task list. Send letter. Send Reggie to L for night. Seal away afterwards. Take other exit to leave. Curious starting to follow. Fix cloth rabbit for Reggie. He still hasn't fixed that cloth rabbit? Christ, my guy. Fix the cloth rabbit. Please. I beg of you. Oh yeah, we gotta jump down here. I forget. There's spikes down here, which is not great. But it is the only way. Ah! Oh yeah. Now we're getting real cursed. Holy shit. Blood smear page. The payment doesn't end. The demon repeats. Would you trade another's innocent blood for this? Maker. I said yes. I'd do anything. And Reggie got better. It started with strangers, but I was running out. And Atticus. We were friends, and Reggie. I'm sorry. I wasn't the man you needed. I didn't even fix the cloth rabbit, but I love you always. I'll break this demon's ties to us.
Linus, the snake nest owner.
Yep, there he is.
He made a pact with a demon to save his kid. But the price, it was too high.
Child's drawing, scribbly drawing of a man, a boy, and a rabbit on a sailboat.
Did the demon want blood? Or to feed off the man's desire and desperation?
There's a key. We should see what else is here.
Yeah, it's fucking nasty. Look at all those dead people that are here. He's killed every one of them. It's insane. Hey, ho, hey, ho. Oh no. Hey, upgrade. No, rarity upgrade. And there are 2 friend crystals. Oh my god. Stashed of victims' belongings. An engraved locket found with various discarded trinkets. Atticus plus Siegfried.
How many did he kill? All for a demon. This was Atticus. His locket. We can return it to Sabina.
I thought the demon was gonna spawn. Maybe it doesn't? Huh. I was like so sure it was gonna spawn. I didn't want to say anything because I thought it was just gonna do it, but there's no demon. No demon. What? Where's my crystal? Oh, it's there. My bad.
There. Much sturdier than the other one.
Oh boy. Can you fix this?
Here we go.
Hey, thank you. Teleportation. Always nice.
So I heard we're on a rotation for cooking.
Hey, I'd wait with that discussion. We are definitely going up against a boss here in a second.
Something see.
Mandatory note. Sarah released it back here. Leave it be. Let Dogtown know true desperation. Without mages in control, that's all our city will ever know. I will save us from this soon enough.
Something's very wrong. I can feel it.
Oh. Oh, you're the one who are still here.
Nicely done, brother.
Thank you. But look at this. We're back to where we were before again. All these loops. There we go. Not every one of them are too interesting. But it's worth swinging a sword at to see what might come of it. There we go. See, that one brought something. Because you can go here and then nothing. Oh. And then you go here and then there's some notes. Damp letter. Marissa. Holes dug in the sides of the cavern. Footprints. A doll made of rags. Bones. Gnawed on. Campfire smoke. Burning cinnamon. Their calls are so close now. They're right behind the walls. Last letter. Out of writing material. But I'll be back soon. Thank you. I don't remember what's back here. Oh, chest.
The catacombs never end.
No.
Is that an elven statue?
Yeah, I think so. Give me that upgrade! Ah, shit, it was useless. Crumbling note. If this is the only path before me, let my blood seal a path of those who follow. I leave one final curse for the spies on my heels. The spirits will calm the dead, or claim the dead, and none will claim what lies with me. I thought there was a lower level to this as well. Another level at least. What the hell is going on with all my detective skills? They're clearly off by a lot. Is that... There's a cat down here? Who the hell brought a cat? Yeah. Now we can get the flip out of here. I think there should basically be no one down here. Oh, wait. There's another way we could have taken. Hold on. Because I'm curious where the hell that goes now. I want to explore that. This is where we came from, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's go up here again. I said earlier we weren't going to do free roaming, and it's exactly what we're doing now. And then through here. Huh? Isn't this further in?
So I heard we're on a rotation for cooking.
Exactly where we were before.
To be and used to be, but well.
What is it?
Well, some of it's an acquired taste. So
She does most of the cooking. Okay.
You could say.
Well, some of it's an acquired taste. So
just continue talking. We're taking the elevator. Okay. Where is Sabina? She's there. Okay, yeah, we don't really have a need for teleporting, do we? We can just walk. We done did it, folks. Sorry, got bad news.
Sabina.
You're back. But Atticus.
The man who took Atticus's life. He thought it would save his child. But it wasn't right.
Atticus.
If there's anything you need, I have friends here in Minrathous who can help.
I don't know. I need time and to put his name on the wall of light.
Yeah.
Thank you. At least for letting me know.
Got it, girl.
Though town's desperate at being targeted, then falling victim to demons. The Snake Nest owner, the people Compassion found. What if it's all the work of the same demon? If we keep up the work in Dogtown, maybe we'll find more.
Hell yeah. Okay, I think that's it for Dogtown anyway. There's some stuff in Arlington Forest we can do if we want to. And then there's some stuff in Treviso we can also do. And then there's a couple Champions essences we've gotten as well. So there's definitely still stuff in the cooker. Let's head to Arlington Forest. Balara and Lucana's bond increase. Heck yeah. Hecka yeah. Let's see. Is there anything here?
We need to get some of this rubble cleared up.
Uh-huh.
If you're in the market for instruments,
care so much.
Just so happens I can help.
Appreciate it. No. Nothing interesting right now.
Come back alive.
I was planning to do that anyway, but I appreciate the thought. We can teleport part of the way there, but not all of it, evidently. There we go. Go there. Go forth. Shall go there. We're actually already running out of time, Christ. I feel like I just started, pretty much, and now we're already here. We're heading towards the end of the stream. Christ. Okay. I got, like, a lot of things here already as well, so we're good in that front. I got us this ladder. It's a very good ladder. It's a very convenient ladder. There's also a place I got stuck earlier. There's, like, a little piece of, like, there's a piece of treasure I couldn't get, like a floating area. I went there again, and I kid you not, it took me like 2 seconds. Like, oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Okay, great.
Let's get going.
Sounds good. Where are we going?
Lancet.
Oh, I'm taking the way.
Food to train the Griffons. Said it was the fastest way to start a bond.
Right. What do you call it? Tullum?
That's it. And gingerwort truffles were the Griffins' favorite treats. They grow around ruins. We're going to teach Hassan how to find some.
Do we get to go up there now? I think so. It was one of the areas I couldn't get to yet. There's more areas I can't go to, but it was one of the areas here. And there's usually enemies here, and now there's not, so that's neat. But I haven't been able to go here yet because it's part of this mission here.
How did you end up with the Grey Wardens?
Grew up in a day.
Hold up. Yes! More health!
The Dalish do love their history.
Except I wanted to.
Okay, so there's one in here.
Got bored, so I went looking for adventure.
How'd that go over with your clan?
Poorly. They felt like I rejected them.
Did you?
Yeah, I suppose. Clan life wasn't for me. I had to get away.
So then what happened? You're out in the world looking for adventure?
Got my ass kicked. Went broke.
There's one more.
I couldn't go crawling back to my clan of failure.
Oh, there it is.
Doubt they'd take me.
Yes! Look at all that health.
Always had a knack for hunting.
Holy shit. That's a lot of goddamn health. And I got a thing. What did I get? Upgrade on one of my swords. Ah! This is deep water. Very deep water. Rook can't swim. Some fucking how. Don't ask me the logic behind him not being able to swim. It's an odd one. Look at how much fucking health. How many bars was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. Christ. I don't think I've ever had that much health in the game. That's insane. I love it. I love the fact it's all down to the fact that I've done a ton of exploration in this game. That's all. Let's see here. The other thing that I wish I could do is, maybe there is a way of doing it, but I don't know it. I want to upgrade how many potions I can hold. That would be neat. Look at this. Knife. Sometimes you can see the members coming out of like a portal type thing, which is really cool. But it's not always. I've seen it a couple times, I think. Oh no, we're going into the fog, boys. Into the thick of it. Trying to keep an eye out for stuff here. A lot of hard weight. Oh, that's a nice. It's very nice.
What are you doing? That's not a truffle. That's a nug. You'll get fleas.
At least he's having fun.
Truth is, furs when you scratch him. Maybe we can speed things up by helping him. Let's search the bushes.
Okay.
Look around for truffles.
Truffles?
That was a thorn.
You're wearing armor, my guy.
Nug droppings. Yuck.
The nugs pretty much own Arlithan Forest.
Nope. This is harder than it looks.
It's fleas, isn't it? What'd I tell you?
Actually, I think it's a truffle.
Huh.
Maybe the nugs like truffles. Could Hassan know that if you follow them, you might find truffles?
Are you really that smart, boy?
Seems pretty clever to me.
If only you'd be clever enough to listen.
Well, you're still getting to know each other. Remember? Tullum? Remy was probably right. Remember how she said he needed a lighter touch?
If I go soft on him, the world would chew him up.
Let's give you both a chance and see if we can find any more of these.
I love the look of my guy at this point with the helmet.
Some nugs, see what happens.
It's so dope.
So, how did you go from hunter to slayer of monsters?
Uncle Eldrin. An old elf I knew growing up. When I was a kid, I'd hunt just about anything. rabbits, deer, fox. Eldrin gave that purpose. Taught me the way of 3 trees. The way of the arrow, way of the bow.
I remember right, the helmet that I want is in center there, but we can't get to it right now.
Eldrin taught me to hunt the unnatural so the natural can thrive. Be a force for good. Besides, it was either that or starve. Monsters paid good coin.
That's fair.
Why become a Grey Warden? If you were making money on your own.
I didn't leave my clan to get rich. Had to prove it was all worth something. I needed a cause.
There are easier causes than dying in the deep roads.
Darkness is a sparring partner. The greater the shadow you confront, the stronger you are for winning.
Till you meet one you can't beat?
Haven't yet.
I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah. Sorry, you're gonna eventually get your ass kicked. There's so much area in here, it's kind of insane, actually. I'm not even sure, like, even though we've been here now, we can actually go everywhere, but we're gonna be able to do a lot. This is the exit area right here as well. There we go. Hey, bud. Oh, it's an urn or something there. Interesting. Crystal. Ethereum remnants. It's good shit. You want it. I'll show a little bit later why it's really good. I want to get the helmet and then see what time it is afterwards.
Why don't you take a look?
Then I have one more thing I want to show regardless.
I'll be damned. Follow the nugs.
Like I said, he's
Oh, I see a chest back there.
Might make a tracker out of you yet. Hungry? What? It's gingerwort. Eat it.
Remember, light touch.
I mean, it's dessert fit for a prince. See?
He'll be fine. He just has a strong spirit. Let him grow into it.
Might not have time for that. With Lancet and Remy gone, if something happens to me, he'll have to stand on his own.
So don't let anything happen to you.
We're both wardens. Death's around every corner. Not that I don't enjoy punching it squarely in the face.
Confidence is sexy.
2 or 3 times, just to be sure.
But you can't beat back death forever. Okay, boy. That's enough for one day.
But he's having fun.
He overeats, and you'll find out how fun Griffon puke is.
Son, you heard him. Let's go.
Don't kick me down. Don't kick me down. Oh, thank God. How to train a Griffon. Yeah. It has to be a play now to train your dragon. But it's a Griffon instead, because we're not training dragons. Oh, I thought for a second it had kicked me down, but it didn't. Can upgrade to an axe. Oh, yes. It's a better axe. I did actually look up a couple, like, unique gears. Upgrade the workshop. Not that I can really use it for the unique things. Like, the unique things are finally things where I'm like, yes, I want this. I want to upgrade this. And then I goddamn can't because it's unique. There we go. Okay, let's try to get the statue. So obviously we can't swim. So it's because there are these things like that over there that we need to unlock and push stuff through. But now there's going to be enemies spawning in here, which is way more fun, right? Yay! Enemies! Nah, they're not that tough usually. This one's here. It's just time consuming as well. There are things I would spend time on, there are things I don't want to spend time on. This is some of the things I'd rather not spend time on, is to waste time on my enemies. Where the hell was that thing? Here it is. There we go. Now it's opened up. Neat. So now I can get up there, or there's a thing up there for me now, but how the hell do I get up there? I've activated the beam. Oh, you can see that there's an enemy up there. I saw him with his axe just moving like that. Stupid looking. Here you go. So this gives way for one of them, but there are like 2 or 3 of them, I want to say. At the very least, there's going to be 2. That much is clear, but the question is how many more are there going to be? I think also there's a area that goes further in we can't access yet. Never mind, we can't go in there. Trouble isn't coming. We're going to the trouble. Hell did you come from? Get back. There's an area back here we can go to as well, but let me hold off from that. It's mainly a story area. Oh, hello. And I even see a crystal down there. I did not think we were going down here. Come with me, Mr. Crystal. And let's not go into that explodey thing right there. It's not going to be fun for anyone. Except maybe the plant. And again, maybe the plant doesn't like it. That looks activated to me. Let's continue. Should be a 3rd one then. Oh, well, there's some stones falling out of the sky there. Oh boy. Oh, fast travel area. That's neat. How do I get up there? Do I want to go up there? Is that where the final thing is? I have no clue. Not one clue. So ultimately, we're back here now, which means there's a beam to shoot from somewhere here. Question is where? There it is. I see it. How in the same hell do I... Oh, this works. About to ask. Stupid question. Well, there is another question. Where the hell is the crystal? It's there. Now, how do I get there? It's a very good question. There's a gate right there. Oh, there's a handle. How neat is that? The answers are all right there in front of me. Very nice. Pick up that crystal that I can then put down here, activating the beam cannon. And then I can put that there. And then that activates a bridge up front. Oh, bad move. Uh-huh. I did not realize I couldn't go down like that. I'm assuming I'm just supposed to go down like this. Yeah. So now we get a bridge to the center part, and I think if I'm right, this should get me the helmet that I really wanted, and it's a unique helmet, which is really cool. Oh, there's a guy out there. He probably want to fight him. Well, this isn't the time to use all this. Okay, that's a pretty good helm, but it's not gonna compete with this. Yes, it's the helmet. It's got low defense. You can see when an enemy dies, it spawns an apparition that attacks nearby enemies, dealing necrotic damage. It is so OP. This one, I love it. Is that an essence? Oh. What the fuck you want, bro?
As expected,
Wait. Sure.
What was that?
Learn. Adapt.
Overcome. Hey there, glowing orb thing that appeared for a second. Okay, I mean, we could continue some stuff here, but let's not. Let me see, I have 3 pieces of unique gear already. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of them, but they're there now, which is neat. There we go. How many points do I have? Okay, leave those. No, I wanted to show a thing in here. I'm not thinking we'll do the bosses right now, but I wanted to show something before we end of this stream. Because I'm not sure. The question is, how much more can I really do right now is the big thing. No, we're not going to do it right now. So let's go over. This is the first area that we went to. Hey, you know what? Let's take down a boss. Why not? That seems like fun. Come on.
The deeper currents.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard we're on a rotation.
We're back to that one. Okay.
Supposed to be and used to be, but
so these ghosts out here were actually over there before, but they've moved in here since.
A lot of the time.
And what they allow for is actually pretty cool. They have a store. So this is essentially items that were purchasable in Menrathis before that are no longer purchasable because the person who essentially sold them, they're dead. They're dead. That's the answer to that query. What happened? They're dead. So then you use the ethereal thingy there. I don't have a lot of it right now. To essentially purchase the things. I think this one is the most useful one. Yeah, it's the general shop. So this goes towards this essentially, this soul is the guy we saw in the like, it was the shop inside the building that was a hideout for the shadow dragons. So this is him in his shadowy form now. So the difference is that now I can go in and purchase the stuff regardless of what my level is. I can purchase all this now because he's dead. He doesn't care. The spirit doesn't really care. Which is kind of fucked, but yeah. You know what? Okay, so which one of these two is which? 20, 30. Okay, so let's do this one here. Hello? Oh, there's another one here. Ah, I'm stuck. Sorry. Well, that's cool. Physical damage. Holy shit. That's nice. Okay. No, let's go here. So we've been collecting champion essences here and there, depending on like who we fought, which bosses, and they allow us to essentially unlock areas, like this, to go in there.
The Venatori must be after something nearby. Let's get it first.
Can't have that now. Look at it. Nice. So when the enemies die, they damage each other. That's cool. So obviously in this case, it doesn't really do a ton. Is that what I think it is? Yeah, buddy. More health. What is this saying? Wait, oh yeah. So when... No, I lost it again. God damn it. An unknown artifact. What are the crossroads doing? The spirits of the crossroads do as they must, Phyllis, as we all do. as do we all. Thank you, Solus. This is incredibly useful. It really helps your old friend pull together a rebellion against the Evernewers. Oh. Yeah, so it's really that move set, or like the souls there. They're mostly useful for like, what the hell? Why can I hope all the way down here? Oh, right. I remember what it is. It's for something later. So it's mostly useful for like weak enemies, because essentially, so you throw your shield into one of them, and then that creates a chain reaction that essentially goes from one enemy to the other, because the thing doesn't actually do a ton of damage, which means for the majority of enemies, it's not really going to do a lot. Not really. But what is going to be the case is that it is going to be able to do it's going to take care of weak enemies very fast. So let's say there's a horde of 10, 15 like weaker enemies that are just coming at you, just trying to overwhelm you. That apparition essentially is going to go in, take care of one of them, and then another, and then another. And like it's going to take care of them as they go along. Oh, hello.
Not a problem.
Look at that.
For your gods, attack!
Yeah. That's fine. You do your thing down there. Very nice. We got a coat. I remember this opening up to like a boss thing, but apparently it doesn't. That's fine.
Consider it done.
Ranged incoming.
Uh-huh. I notice. But it doesn't really matter. We're gonna get out of dodge before then. Here we go. So now, I think that's the majority of it. Yeah, there we go. God damn, it's not doing what I want it to do. Ah! Don't attack me, sir. Yeah, that's all good and well there for you, bud.
Nice work, Lucanus.
I'm the one doing all the heavy lifting. So rude. I think, shouldn't the big guy? Yeah. Oh.
Maybe from components they found here so they could seal off the doors.
Hello. So this should give more health. So the question is, where the hell are these ones here? There's one way over there. I'm trying to listen to them. There's... Oh! God damn. No, up there. There! There you go. I hear one up there. Oh, no, it's down here. Okay, does that take care of all the ones in this direction? Yes! Oh. Where are they still? Further in this direction. I hear it. I think it's up there. Yes and no. It's not as far up as I thought it would be. There's more health. I definitely don't need more health at this point, but it's fun. Well, the exploring I can do. There's so much. It's like Disneyland for me. There we go. Level 22, of course. Whee! That door is now open. Big old crystal right there. No, you ain't fucking with me. And then that's that. I think it's a wolf one in there, so it's like skill points.
That's another barrier down.
Yes, it's a wolf one.
Another of those Ben Harel altars.
So these are skill points and not health. That's still pretty good. I've forgotten that these things doesn't open up for I see it. I thought these unlock different bosses, but they don't.
There. Wolf statuette.
Oh.
Seen them before. Better keep it safe.
All right, the wolf thing is over here.
I'll handle it.
Thank you. Got it. Is that all the ones right here? Yeah, it is. Oh. The Grits of the Death Roll. So that statue actually goes back to the safe house. It's pretty neat. Chronari Basin. Let's see, what else do we have now? We have a new helmet, which I'm not going to use because I have my way better helmet here, which is really cool. OP a little bit in my opinion, but I like that. Well, it's OP against like weak as hell characters. Let's travel to the safe house. We'll need to talk to Solus, and we'll end on that, I think. Unless there's more people that wish to talk with me. No, they're all good. So let's just go up and talk to Solus then. This is going to be the first time I get to see my upgrade. Oh, there's a missives too. Follow up on the Snake Nest. Rook, you remember Linus Prosper, the Snake Nest owner? I do. Everything he did for the demonic deal. He thought it would save his kid. After we found Linus, I asked around. Linus had been raising Reggie alone. I didn't want the kid left to fend for himself. Before the end, Linus sent Reggie to stay with a friend. The friend wasn't expecting the arrangement to be long-term, but they're willing to give the kid a home. The news isn't easy to break, but he has people looking out for him. I didn't think evidence of the demons around or lingering blood magic on Reggie. The demon's interest in his family appears to be broken for now, but the Shadow Dragons will keep an eye out just in case. Nev. Oh, so it's Nev who wrote us. Okay. She's kind of mad at us, so that's why I was surprised. But I guess it's forced. The idea is probably you go back to Minrathous after she links up with the crew again, which is what that's the first time I went back, yeah. Stand together. Rook. I must thank you again for helping me. Quillion, the Shadow Dragon healer, says I'm well mended. We've worked together to map routes through blighted parts of the catacombs. A few more wardens have arrived as well. Between the Grey Wardens and the Shadow Dragons, we'll clear those tunnels of Darkspawn. We're in this together all over Thetis. Where the fight takes you next, I believe you and your friends will find a way through. The blight or blights will be stopped. Okay, thank you. That's fun. So there's a place I can put that friend Horel's that. I thought that was tied to some of the side stories with Solus. You get a little bit of his past and some of it.
Manifestation.
There you go. I don't remember how much you can upgrade it by. It's a lot. Let's see here. Let's go up here. And let's talk to your boy Solus in the Fade. He probably doesn't love us right now. And then I don't love him. So let's talk to him. This will lead us into what we're doing tomorrow, where I'm hopefully going to be more awake and we can do a little bit of a longer stream.
When last we spoke, you were hunting for followers of Elganan and Gillenane in hopes of finding specifics. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elganon and Gillenane.
Unsurprising.
Helmet here.
The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
It's more than a promise this time. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Antam brought to Treviso. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The blight? Of course.
The blight seems to be the gods' favorite tool, right?
You're telling me that these gods, who are using blight as their primary weapon of control and just damage all around, they're using blight to control the dragons and not blood magic? That's crazy.
We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elganon would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the blighted dragons.
That is the fate Elganon and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Right. Everyone should be free and uncorrupted when your demons and raw magic kill them.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
So best guess, how many deaths? Hundreds? Thousands?
At least. Those deaths would have been on my conscience. But the world would once again be as it should be.
Oh, and here I was worried.
Many would have died, I know. But afterward, flowers would grow again.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man. All too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
I've got enough problems right now as it is. That's one for future Rook to deal with.
Pragmatism. You will focus on the present, knowing that someday you will face the consequences of your choices. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yes. We found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganon's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them, and I'm a warden myself. Maybe that's enough.
Doubtful. You will want an army. And I believe you will find a way to obtain one. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
Kind of fun seeing my character's eyes through the helmet.
So this elven god thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least. The shadow dragons did all they could. The dragon was just too much. The moment the dust settled, the Venatori rushed in. Guess they knew it was coming. Nev's staying for now. She said she'll be back soon. But at least you took care of yours.
We hurt it but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
Treviso could have used a dragon hunter. That much is true.
That's hindsight talking. We didn't know a blighted dragon was coming or that we'd need someone who could take it down.
We should not forget the second dragon in Minrathos. We ought to see what we can do to help. However, there is no telling how long Nev will be helping the Shadow Dragons with the aftermath.
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Hang on a minute. Not only have you retained the services of a demon assassin, you're also taking advice from the elven god who attempted to tear down the veil.
Spite is my problem.
That's what they always say. Rook, Lucanus is one thing, but do you really trust this Solus?
Trust is such a strong word, you know?
So you don't trust him? All right then.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going.
That's fun. All right. So, yeah. This is where we'll go next time. We have 2 more people that are going to be joining the crew, and I think this is where we'll have them join. There are no more companion missions, and if I'm being honest, I'm not in a rush at this point to do any more side missions either. There are a couple, but yeah, we'll take care of it as we go along. Essentially, some of it is will also have us go back to Tavisa, which we'll do eventually, but we're not in a rush. We essentially just need to have those things done before we finish like the final missions of the game. That is all. Interesting. I'll need to read up something like that later. But yeah, no, my point is, yeah, there's plenty of work for us to do before we're done with the game. That is my overall point with this. But that's good, because I love this game still. I love it. And I also think it's kind of fun that I have a character that actually looks somewhat like me. Whether you believe so or not, I don't care. I believe so. That's enough from me. You can also, I've changed this one, so you can change the statue here between Fenhoral and Hanal Gilline. Let's hawk us on, and we'll call it a day there. Oh no, we're okay. We're petting him. Oh, you big boy, you big baby. All right. So yeah, let me go ahead and. Can I upgrade my? Can I upgrade my unique shit yet? No. Okay. I can enchant my shit. I can enchant the stuff that doesn't that isn't unique, essentially. All right. Yeah. Sorry for the shorter stream. Also, for whatever reason, we are getting followers here and there. I wasn't crazy. I have I looked through the stream resume essentially once we're the right term. I get information on how the stream went afterwards is ultimately what I'm trying to say here. And I actually do read through what it says. There isn't like a ton of information there, but there's a bit of information. And it's definitely worth reading what's there. It's not always that like it's not always, you can't really do much with it, but it's worth reading nonetheless. It is the stream summary. That's what the summary was the word I was looking for. But yeah, so but I do occasionally spot that we'll gain like a follower somewhere, but that said, like even though that's the case, I don't always seem to I don't always seem to be allowed to know who it is that follow. I can suss that out. Like I can like look through the list of everyone that follow me and use that as like a guidance to see who followed me there. But normally it shows up my activity feed. It also shows up down here who the latest follower is. I think maybe due to like the auto moderation there is in chat that maybe it hides some of it. I don't know. But yeah, the short of it is that if you follow the channel and I don't see, and it doesn't appear down here and like nothing else appears anywhere, then I'm not notified. I might get a sound, but I'll get very confused about that sound. But that's all I get. I'll get a sound. That's all. All right. I should be back here tomorrow with what is going to be the final stream of the week. There is some good news, though. There is some good news. Although this tomorrow here is going to be the final stream of the week, I'm going to take Saturday and Sunday off, I think. We'll see. Ultimately, I can change my mind. But next week, I'm completely off from work. It's very nice. Which means just like Monday, we could do multiple streams in a week. It does not mean that I will do a lot of ultimately, like when I did a stream one day, it was because I was so excited to continue and I really wanted to go ahead and do that. So yeah, that's what we did there. If I have the same urge, if I sit down, I'm like, you know what, I want to play more Dragon Age Veilguard, then I'll do that. And we'll have several hours to do so both in the day and the evening. So that's really cool. I also have, this is for later. Well, one of them we are going to be able to use, and the other one we're not, because it requires some work that we've already just said to the game, nah fam, we're good. I have two mods that I would have liked to download. One of them we will still be able to. This is for Dragon Age the Veilguard. So there's a mod to allow multiple romances, which this is the one where we would have had to do the work to set all that up, which we're not going to now. Like, I don't think we can continue to... Like, I can't install the mod now and then suddenly romance Nev or someone like that. That's not an option. That's not an option. I've chosen Balara, and we're sticking with Balara because I'm not even sure that if we did more companion missions that we'd get the option to do it like we'd be able to romance anyone else, like, or maybe we could, but I ultimately couldn't get them to where we needed them to be in order to like have the final cutscenes with them. So that's also partially why I'm like, let's hold off. But the other one, which we probably will install eventually, we can repair Minrathous essentially. And I'm not sure what the hell that means, but there's a mod called Minrathous Saved, which means, in our case, we chose to save Treviso, so this mod is going to allow us to go in and save Minrathous, which is cool. I also want to note, so we're doing Mass Effect after we're done with this series. We're going through and playing Mass Effect 1 through 3. Although I think I might have set them up as like... Oh, I didn't. Okay. I thought for a second I set up the follower goal next thing to be Mass Effect, which is not. That's good. In that case, it's no issue. But I want to do Mass Effect after, because when I first played through this game, the next game that I played through was Mass Effect, and that means I want to do it the same way again next time around. And I'm already looking into mods because we are modding it. Let's be clear, I've already gone in and played through all three games myself. So what I want to do is I want to show off the game and share the experience that I had playing through these three games. But not everything was perfect. And I think I definitely want to go in and change a couple smaller things to make the experience a bit newer for me, but not so different that we can't share the experiences that I had when I originally played it, if that makes sense. So I don't want to take something new and replace, or like, I don't want to take something new and add it to what's there. I want to take what is there and improve it. So this is what I'm mainly talking about, in the sense, like, I know that the legendary editions of the game, which we're going to be playing when we're playing through the games, I know they aren't perfect. I know there's a couple things that makes them different, and not in a good way, to the original versions of the game. Like, sure, they make the game easier to run. I think the graphics are slightly better, but, like, yeah, it's not great. It's not amazing in every element. I will say as well, so part of the reason we are going to be doing mods as well is because my experience playing through, especially the second game, was kind of hellish. I would constantly run in to an area, and like, it was the same area every time, and all my audio from the game would just stop working every single time. It was like, it was without fail, really, that it would stop working. So obviously I want to go in and fix that, and there are patches that I think should fix that, as well as other things. I know how, at least I think I remember how we can go about fixing these things if you run into them, but the fix is to restart the game, which I obviously don't want to do constantly. I want to just play the game. There are also smaller improvements that I want to be able to make, things that bugged me a little bit when I was playing, and I want to make sure that we don't necessarily have to deal with that all over again. I will say, so in the third game, when you are going across the map to search for certain things, I don't want to spoil too much, enemies will appear on the map and can chase you. I think it's just like you respawn if they get you. Like, it's not the craziest thing ever. But although I think we will install the mod to get rid of those later on, I think it would be a good and kind of fun idea to actually show what the experience is like usually when you go in and do this the first time. Like, what is the dread and the terror that I feel when I'm playing the game without that mod helping me? That's what I want to show first. And then once we have gotten that experience, then probably already in the next stream, I can then enable that mod to get rid of them, so we don't have to deal with it constantly. But I found a neat Reddit post that has a bunch of mods already set up, or like recommended for each one of the games. And there are also people in the comments who are recommending additional mod. I will say it kind of bothers me. Maybe it's the way the Reddit is set up, but like, it's very neatly set up for like the post itself. They're like links to the Nexus mod page. It's really useful. It's really nice. And then you go into the comment where people are suggesting other ones where they're not linking to mods. They're just saying, this is the mod. It's like, God fucking damn it. Just link it, please. And like, I see one link in the comment. Okay, I see two. I see a couple. But for the most part, there aren't like a ton in here. And it actually really, really bothers me that I can't just see one that's listed in here and then just have that there. Ultimately, I'm going to go through these and I'm going to take them as a recommendation. If it's a thing where it's potentially something that was improved in the Legendary Edition that makes it closer to the original game, then I'm going to take the word of these people who have played these games more than I have and say, yes, this probably is the good mod here to choose. If it's a case like the one that removes the enemies from the map so they can't get you, I think I'm going to be a bit more selective there and choose how I want to go about it. Like I said, I do want to make the experience fairly close with a few tweaks here and there to what I originally experienced. So obviously something like lighting and things like that also isn't going to make a huge difference compared to this, like with the story. It's not going to change anything in the story, and that's ultimately what I want to show. And if I can get a lighting thing, if I can fix a couple things that makes the experience more fun and greater for us to go through together, but doesn't actually do anything with the story, then I think ultimately that's kind of where we want to be. There's a mod for adding some DLC stuff that was in the original game, but it wasn't added to the Legendary Edition. For example, we're not doing that one. We're not doing that one because that adds some stuff. Sure, it's in the original part of the game. It wasn't something that I experienced. And although we are changing the experience slightly when we were playing Mass Effect together after all this, like, we are going to be doing a little bit differently, because one of my biggest thing that I have in my mind as I was playing the later games is I wish I'd sat down and done a little bit more side quests in the first and the second game here, because one of the coolest things, let me back up. So when I played through Dragon Age Veilguard, one of the things I loved was that it actually felt like things had consequences. And yet, like, it wasn't a thing where I was like hugely, like, constantly like sweating everywhere, but it was something where I could do something here and then I could see the effects of it over here, be like, okay, cool, like that kind of works like that. With the Mass Effect series, it's a whole other goddamn level. And I am sweating bullets from start to finish. And I will have to look up a guide that tells me what each thing does, so I can actually make sure from get-go that I do the correct things. Especially, there's a big-ass thing in the end of the second game where you have to pick characters to do a certain thing, and if you give them the wrong thing to do, they will die. Like, it is fucked. Like, I have to go through this series and goddamn nail it. But one of my favorite things was, like, although I hated how much of an effect things could have, it was insanely cool to kind of see it at the same time. Like, the things that I do both in Mass Effect 1 and 2 has consequences on the third one. Obviously, the things that happen in the first one has consequences in the second one. Like, I love that thing could carry over. Because essentially what you're doing is you're saying, hey, game, here's my save from the first game, pull it into the second game, and then when I go into the second game, it pulls the data from the second game that has the data from the first game. So it essentially pulls that information across all three games, and that is cool as fuck. And I love that. You get a little bit of that in Veilguard, but it's much more controllable. I think technically maybe there's a way of controlling it here as well. Like, I think there's a way of, in Veilguard as well, pull a save potentially from Inquisition and then use that as your Inquisitor, like that. I'm not sure. Maybe you can. I think you can. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But, like, at the very least, in this case, you can go in, take the saves from the games as you go along, and then use that as information in terms of the choices you made in the prior games. And I love that. I think it's really, really cool. I will say, however, so I spent a lot of time putting together the character that I have in our game here playing Veilguard, but we're just playing as the regular default male shepherd in Mass Effect. Because here's the thing, I've known about the Mass Effect series for so long, but I didn't actually play it, I think, until last year. Last year was the first time I played this, and like I said, it was right after Veilguard. Like, I hadn't actually ever played the series until now, or until last year here. The only connection I kind of had was obviously the jokes there were around the internet. But the biggest one was through Manslayer, who did like Gamer Poop, I think it was called, the series, where he played a bit of Oblivion, it was Oblivion. LA Noire was in there as well. There's some Fallout as well. There's some Skyrim later on as well. Fallout 4, I think, also arrived at one point. But one of the ones that always stood out to me more than anything was the Mass Effect series, because there was this recurring joke throughout all of it where where Shepard's just saying, "Well, bang, okay." I have that as like an audio thing if someone manages to get it. But I love that. It was the one joke that stuck out to me for whatever reason more than any one of the other jokes in all the videos he did. And for me, that then means that the default Shepherd, because that's what he looked like in that series. If you went and watched, I think it's on the, you can find it under the, I think there's a dedicated, it used to be under Machinima, but Machinima isn't a thing anymore. But if you go under Manslayer, it's spelled differently, but you can just spell it out with letters. But if you go, I'm assuming the series is still live. Maybe it isn't. It's old, and it was uploaded to the Machinery channel originally, so maybe it doesn't exist anymore. But when, okay, there's a couple of them. There's at least from Mass Effect 3. Like, when he was doing videos for that game, it was the default male Shepherd model that they did. And I have tried to tweak it a little bit, like doing a custom character and make it look like me. Couldn't do it in the initial time that I tried. Regardless, I don't know if I want to. I am more than happy to just pull in the default Shepherd look as we go along with the series. I am more than fine with that. But I love that. Hold on. If you do Mass Effect Shepherd. Yeah, it's the default look. It's what's on the cover art as well. Like this, I understand the fact, and I think it's very cool that you can create your own version of Shepherd, both male and female. But I love even more that like he's like the default look of him. And I love that look. It's a cool look he has. So yeah, we're doing that. We're doing Mass Effect after, and you bet your sweet cheeks we are modding the game to a degree. I don't want to add too much, if any, new content if I can avoid it, but we are definitely playing Mass Effect with mods. All right, for now, I gotta go. I'm real tired. I know it doesn't sound like that, but it's also because I'm hyped up an energy drink here. And I will need to be so until the VOD is uploaded and everything, and I'm done with everything for the day. Afterwards, then I'll go dye my bed. I've done my French today as well, so like all I need to do is I need to finish this. I need to upload the VOD, and then I can then just chill. Well, no, I gotta check the VOD after it's been uploaded fully and it's been checked by YouTube and everything like that, and then I can check it in the end. But for now, thanks so much all for watching. I should be back here tomorrow for the week's final stream, I think. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.